Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Stardom. I'm your host, Jukebox Ginger, with special guest Leigh McClendon, aka Leigh Mcnasty.
What's going on?
Not much. Did I say your name right?
Yeah, you said Leigh, right? L-A-Y?
Yeah.
That's how you say it. A lot of people call me Leigh, but
So how did you get that name?
I had an article interview one time and I told them this, and it's true. When Vine came around, I didn't know what I liked the idea of Vine, and I saw people getting famous for skits and stuff, and I said I like that kind of stuff, but I didn't know what I was like 18 or 17 when it came out. So, but I said, you know what? One day, if I'm ever like a Vine star, my name is so weird. My name is Leigh McClendon, and it's all spelled really weird. So I said, that's not catchy enough. Like nobody's gonna remember Leigh McClendon. People will remember Eric Walker. Like a simple name.
Yeah.
Mine's just different. So I said, I'm gonna put Leigh. It's difficult. But McNasty, you can kind of remember that. But I just kept it. I kept it for years. So I mean, I don't know. I just kind of worked out. I had a plan that I didn't think would go through, and I just kind of kept it. So
Hey, it works, man. Like when I saw McClendon, I almost second guessed if that was actually you, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, my name is. It's just different. It's different.
Yeah. Is it? What did your parents? You don't have to say it, but did your parents pick that for like a certain history about your family?
Yeah. So my dad was dead set on naming me that because that was like my great uncle was one of them. I'm like the third one, I think. I don't know. And he just kind of stuck with it. My mom wanted to name me Luke, and I thought Luke would have been a lot more easier to remember. Luke McNasty. I don't know. I feel like Leigh McNasty kind of goes well, but it's just when people read Leigh, they say Leigh. So it's just different.
I know my dad wanted to name me Chester, and my mom wanted to name me Chase, and somehow they ended up with Dylan. So
I don't know if I could go my life to be named Chester.
Man.
Chester's different.
And I'm a ginger too, so I always imagine being like bullied in school as like Chester Cheeto.
Oh man, that's. Yeah, that makes sense.
So has teaching always been kind of something that you wanted to do, or did you fall into it?
I've always liked working with kids. When I was in high school and stuff, I would work at a summer camp. And I just like kids, man. I think they're great. But in college, I actually didn't know what I wanted to do. My parents were never like, you need to start thinking about what you want to do. But after a couple of years of trying to figure something out, I said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do teaching. So that's what I did. I didn't immediately go into teaching, though. I did an internship somewhere, and then I was an assistant manager at a bookstore. And then at that bookstore, I realized I'm not making enough money. I said, I have to get me what I call it is a big boy job.
After having kids, I don't know if I could teach them. I know there's a separation between them not being yours and them being yours.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't have kids, so it's the opposite. So now I feel like when I do have kids, I'm not going to be a newbie because I have to deal with 40 kids a day.
Yeah.
So
the only difference is when you're done with them, you can't give them back to the parent because you are the parent.
At least I don't have to take them home. So
yes. And it is. I feel like is most of your followers like family, or do you probably don't really know, huh? Like who your followers are for the most part. Are they mostly parents?
I mean, I can look at the age range and all that, but I think most of my followers, it says, are mostly females now, which is I get all these like thirst comments, I'm like, I categorize myself with Shrek, like but I think my age range is like mostly like in that 24 to like mid 30 range, I think. But I mean, a lot of them have kids. I mean,
yeah. I actually, my wife showed me a video of you, and that's how I got hooked. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But the stuff that you do, the way you set up your scenes, do you do all that solo?
Oh yeah, I don't get it. I've never had help doing my videos. It's always been me.
Is it your classroom?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now I can't tell you where I'm working. I'm not.
No, dude.
I've
Believe
been,
me, I worked for and I guess I work for a company that's retail. It's a it's like Sam's Club. That's all I'm gonna say, but it's not Sam's Club. And
tell me you work at Sam's Club without telling me you work.
So for today's topic, like I told you before we even started, I found you always make people laugh, so I figured why not make you laugh this time.
Let's try.
I found Santa stories, and I found teacher student stories.
Yeah.
So let's just jump right into this first one. You ready?
Let's do it.
One of my students asked me how to spell toad. I told him we just read a story about a toad, then helped him spell out TOAD. Satisfied, he finished writing the story, then read it aloud. I told Santa I wanted a dog for Christmas.
I know that all too well. Yeah. Yeah. And then it's like you're sitting there. I know that all too well. Oh, man. Been there.
For fourth graders too. Like, is there I imagine there's an attention span with a majority of them, and it's not necessarily it's not a mental thing. It's just their age.
No, when I was in fourth grade, I didn't care about school. I mean, I'm not saying all fourth graders are like that, but like, oh yeah, my attention span is still it's very low. I mean, yeah.
The only thing I remember from fourth grade, and this is literally the only thing I remember from fourth grade, was we took two 2-liter soda bottles, and we had to make like terrariums or something, like a
we
filter.
Had to do that too.
Filtered tank.
Yeah, we put like grass and soil and worms in ours. I just mostly remember my aunt was my teacher. And then I remember my cousin getting in a fight on the playground. That's mostly all I remember from fourth grade. Like it's different.
At some point in middle school or in elementary school, I remember a kid hanging upside down from the monkey bars and falling off, and he busted his eye open.
Oh goodness!
And like all of us kids were like, half of them were like obviously freaking out, and the other half were just confused and didn't know what to do. And then the kid who busted his eye open like stood up like just stunned. He didn't know what to do.
I remember I do remember one weird story. It wasn't like recess, but for music class we had like some free time, and I don't know why I did it. There was like a stump, and you know how like sometimes trees can have mushrooms grow on them. I took one of the mushrooms off, and I thought it was going to be soft, and there was a kid sitting there in my class, and I just threw it at him. Hit him right here on the head. He's like screaming and crying, and I'm just like, what? It was just a mushroom. And he gets it, and he starts running at me, and I'm just like, but I'm bigger than him, and he would try to attack me. I'll just push him down. I was like, I'm sorry. And he keep doing it. Like, dude, I'm sorry. But I was like, look, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to let you attack me. You know?
No shit. Yeah, of course. And how tall are you?
I'm like 6'2".
Okay, so you're not. I was thinking you were more like 6'6".
Somebody in my comments said, how tall are you? Because that gym, I posted a video in the basketball gym at my school, and it's an elementary gym, so everything is smaller dimensions. And somebody said, you look like a giant. And I said, oh yeah, I'm 6'8". And I'm not 6'8". But they said, are you good at basketball? I said, yeah. I feel guilty for this. I said, yeah, I turned down an NBA contract for teaching. They said, really? And I was just like, yeah. They said, can you post some clips? And I said, yeah, maybe. I don't got no clips.
Hey, you're wearing your sweater, right?
Yeah.
Nice. I got my my hedgehog sweater on.
Oh yeah, I like that. I have so many ugly Christmas sweaters that they just kind of disappear.
Oh yeah.
I guess this is the only one I care about now.
Is that the only? Wait, do you have a merch site?
Yeah. If you search my username and type in merch, it'll pop up. It's on Teespring, or if you go to my TikTok profile, it's the link in my bio.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that because
I've got more than just this. I've got a good couple of
it seems like that's the most popular, well, at least now.
Yeah, for sure.
If it's the time of the year or not, but you know. But yeah,
I've been getting some pictures of. I came out with Band-Aid merch. People kept asking.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I have seen that. The Band-Aid bird.
I loved it. A girl messaged me saying, "Hey, look, I came up with this logo. Do you mind if I sell stickers of it?" And I said, I don't know if I want you selling my bit, like for profit. I said, but look, I'll pay you for it. And she was like, absolutely. So I bought the logo from her and used it. Shout out to you, Claire Bear.
That's awesome, though, man. You got people helping you, and you don't even realize they're helping you.
That's like in my comments, I always say, "What's some of the weirdest things you've heard kids say?" And I'm like, "That's sometimes where I pull my content." I said, "I got people helping me left and right." Man.
Dude, some kids will say the most crazy. Like my 4-year-old, she refers to people as human. So like whenever she says, "I met this person," it's not I met this human, and it's the funniest thing.
Wrong, though. It's just different. So
it's just different.
Not bad.
All right, so I got a mall Santa story. You ready for this one?
Okay, let's hear it.
I was a mall Santa sometime in the late 90s. After I asked one little girl what she wanted for Christmas, she answered nonchalantly, a dildo. I thought I must have misheard her and asked, "What was that?" She repeated louder, "A dildo." I tried to conceal my snickering by ho-ho-hoing and said, "Oh, I don't know if Santa has any of those." Then she told me that I should go to Toys R Us because I could get dolls of the Rugrats characters there, including Tommy's brother, a dildoll.
Oh my gosh. When it comes to that, like when a kid says something like grown up like that, like I just kind of shut down. I'm like, I don't even know how to respond.
Yeah, man.
I mean, like if it's my kid, I'm gonna be like, don't say that. But if it's not my kid, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you do what you want, but I want to hear it. Like, I don't want to hear it.
Does that happen? I mean, I imagine they're like parrots, and I don't want to compare them, but at that age,
they can't fly.
Just pick up on so much, and they don't realize what it is, so they just say it.
Oh yeah, no, dude. I mean, and all of them know about TikTok. I mean, how old are you?
I'm 33,
so I'm 27. But I mean, like when you grew up and I grew up in school, it was we both probably experienced similar things. But school is so much different. All kids know about TikTok and they hear all this wacky stuff. They make all the noises. It's
do they know that you're on TikTok?
Yeah, they know now. I didn't want them to. I just don't feel like it's a distraction. I'm not at like a sunshine and rainbow school. I am at kind of a rougher spot, but they're good kids. But I try to hide it. That's like I don't want to get my school board involved because like I don't even like my principal. He said it's fine, but you never know. People are just act weird, and I feel like it's probably best to just me not to even mention them. So
yeah, is it? You're in a small town, aren't you?
No, I'm in a city. I'm in Shreveport, Louisiana. So it's not.
I don't know too much about Louisiana. I guess so.
Oh, we got a lot of grass.
Hey, at least you got the river. Kansas has just flat and nothing else.
Yeah, we do got a lot of rivers. Yeah.
We have the Chiefs. We have Kansas.
Y'all got deer, man. I want deer. Like I've been deer hunting this whole time, and y'all have good deer.
You can just drive down the highway and pull over and pick them up, man. They're all over the place.
Well, I want to get my own, but I might have to. My dad's actually, him and my uncle are going next year to Kansas for a hunt, and I said, hey, try to tag me along if you can. So,
you're not. I mean, wait, are you guys share the border with Oklahoma, right?
No, we've got Arkansas above us. I love Arkansas. I go camping there all the time. I think it's Mississippi beside us and Texas. Oklahoma, my fingers, I'm looking at the camera, so like I'm pointing at you right now.
Yes.
But I'm actually in real life pointing the other way.
Yes.
But like Oklahoma's like at the corner. That makes sense.
Yes.
So it like tips our corner.
You don't really have like a super southern accent either.
I feel like it comes and goes. Like it comes and goes. Like I'll go hang out with my dad and my uncle and they're super country, my cousin, and it's almost like they bring it out of me because like I'm talking about my dad. It's just let's go over and like gotta go wrangle up them dogs, take it, that kind of, and like I'll catch myself saying something kind of similar, and I'm like, whoa, where'd that come from? It's like a demon inside of me,
It just comes out, man.
Absolutely.
I've been known to be very like a very positive person, which is great. I'm fine being known that
It's
way.
good quality.
But I listen to death metal, like the
Oh
stuff
yeah.
that like you would expect to hear somebody getting murdered in the woods,
Oh
kind
yeah.
of heavy.
I know all about it. My brother was in a death metal band. He used to practice. We had a pool, an in-ground pool, and we had a pool house, and I'd go mess with him. I'm just somebody who pesters. I have
Yeah.
to. I think it's funny. They're gonna hate it, but he'd go in there and practice, not hear him doing his pig squeals. That's what we called him. We'd make fun of him going in there going like squealing like pigs, and I've heard every type of music, but I've actually kind of liked some. You know, when people ask,
I don't like thrash, like the where it's all just kind of clashy and blends together. That's terrible.
Now, when you get to that terminology, I'm lost. I just know I've heard of death metal. It's most of that hardcore, you know, like you said, murder in the woods type of stuff.
Cannibal Corpse.
Yep.
If you've heard of them.
Nope.
No, they're probably one of the most well-known ones. So
is Whitechapel a death metal band?
Yes, but they're almost that's like high school though. Like that's probably
that's probably why that's like the only one I know. I know Bring Me the Horizon. But that's
I don't even consider them metal anymore, at least.
Yeah.
You listen, what do you listen to? Country?
Everything. When people ask me, I tell them whatever's good. I do like country. When I was in high school, I played basketball, so I heard a lot of rap and I liked it. Now that rap phase is, I'm getting to where I just don't like rap much.
But see,
I listen to everything.
High school rap, like for me, like I liked '90s, early 2000s. You
know. Yeah. Oh, dude, I love that Usher. Yeah, and Laffy Taffy, like all of that, dude. Oh, when I heard that at the dance, I ran to the dance floor to stand there. I didn't know how to dance back then, but I was definitely going to be there when the music was on.
That's why I listen to death metal, because I don't know how to dance.
Well, I kind of taught myself, but I'm too out of shape right now. So this is winter time. I'm just accepting that I'm going to be extra fluffy.
Hey, you're still getting hit on all the time, man.
I don't know why.
Don't know why. It's because you got a little belly, but it's a dad bod, man.
I don't know why
like the dad bod,
and I don't know why. Because I don't care what they like. I've already decided. Look, people always ask me, what is your like long-term goals with this? And I said, I want to be in a movie or TV show or something like that. That's my goal, and I'm going to try. And I said, wait a second. Normally, these people are in really good shape. So after New Year's, salads, fruits, and meats. That's what I'm gonna stick to, and I'm gonna try to see what kind of shape I can get into and start trying to pursue acting somewhere.
You can definitely play the role well. So and as big as you're growing, I imagine somebody's gonna end up seeing you. Have you had anybody reach out to you?
Oh wait, for like movie stuff?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I've been getting all these articles and stuff about me. So now, and since I'm going to be on the radio, like if she asks me, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say, look, if anybody in the Shreveport area, even if it's just theater, man, I just want to get involved with acting because I realized I sat there and I was talking to my dad about it because he likes that idea too. He said, well, I wish I could have gotten into that too when I was younger. I understand, like, if me doing TikToks is different because I get to do the character I want, you know. But if somebody was like, I want you to be the stern father, you know, like all that, I'd be kind of like, how do I do that? How do I move? Like, so like, even if it was just like somebody from the local theater saying, hey, dude, if you want to come get involved, let's do it. I would do it because then you still make connections with people and all of that.
Believe it or not, I've met through doing podcasting. I've had several guests, and there's a guy his name's Darren Dowler. You ever heard of Paul Revere and the Raiders? Classic rock. He was he was their lead singer.
That's cool.
For several years. He's here local, and he produces and directs movies. And I
tell him I said what's up.
I was gonna say, if you're interested, I could let him know.
Oh, 100% yes. Like I'm talking about as soon as you get off here.
Seriously, he's got stuff on Amazon and
dude,
Amazon
I don't even care what it is. I just want my foot in the door. Like if it was just doing some commercial, I just want to get involved. Like I mean, I don't want it to just be like, oh yeah, that's that guy on TikTok. He made he made 1,000 teaching videos. That's it. I want to do something cool, you know, like which this is cool to me, but I want to see how far I can go.
When you started doing your TikToks, you probably aren't expecting to be where you're at, though, right?
No, not at all. No, I got on there for fun. I wanted to make my friends and family laugh, and then
Yeah.
after that, it was kind of a wrap. I said, I guess I'm going to try to be famous now.
Whenever I watch your videos, I think of it as like my wife saying, "How was work today?" And then, but instead of me saying it, it'd be like doing what you do, like showing it,
like kind of like you just know it's time to show it. See, that's my thing is I know also my comedy is different. Like I don't mean like my style of videos. I just mean like what I think is funny. Never the norm. It's never the norm. I laugh at fart jokes, people falling. Like most of the time, like to where like when people show me like stand-up comedians, they show me something funny. I'm just kind of like, I get it. But like I laugh at stupid stuff. So like when I hear a lot of people saying like, dude, I have to watch your videos every day. I'm just kind of like, why? Like I don't think they're that funny, but I guess it just means that like my humor is just weird. So, but I mean, if it's working, it's working, I guess.
I am curious about the phrase "Why are you up?" Like, why is there a reason why that stuck in all your videos?
Yeah, because every time all the main comments early on, I kept seeing was, "I laugh so hard every time you say why are you up?" And I'm like, why? What's that the thing? But like somebody said it's just the way you say it. And I'm like, okay, I guess. But people also said I say that all the time. And I was actually teaching last week, and I have a paraprofessional. So if you're listening to this, he likes keeping up with all my stuff. I had a kid standing up in the back, and he was sitting back there at a table. My para was, and I said, "Why are you up?" But I was serious. I'm stern. And then I looked at my paraprofessional. He just starts busting out laughing, like slapping the table, just dying. I was just like, I get why people appreciate that now.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like when I started Stardom. So the whole idea of the show.
I like that name, by the way.
Thank you. And when I first started it, I put 2 R's, and I spelled the way I did because there was another show out there or production game thing out in like London or some shit. So I changed the lettering. But things that go viral anymore are just stupid things that people do and say.
You're telling me.
And my logo, the 5, I don't know if you saw my logo, the 5 faces.
5 of you, yeah.
It's the 5-star rating. So when people write reviews, it's like rated on 5 stars. And I always thought that was ridiculous. So fuck it, I'll do that. And then the different faces is just kind of the outrageousness of my show. But when I first started, the idea was just to read reviews. And as I get going, I realize that the topics and the stuff that I do don't necessarily make my show what it is. It's the random conversation.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how I like it. Like, I like if somebody asked me, because I'll be honest, after doing that first podcast and this one, and I'm sure even the radio show, like I feel like I'm gonna start reaching out saying, hey, if you want, because I enjoy it, it's kind of fun. And I just like, I'm the type to where like seeing stuff online that's about me, I'm like, that's kind of cool. Cause I'm very nostalgic. Like when I'm 40, in 13 years, if I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I might be in movies for all I know. I might be in a mansion. I don't think I will be. I don't know. I can't tell the future, but like, if I'm not, and I'm just teaching and I kind of gave it all up, I'm going to be like, that was a good run. That was a good time. So like, even if I'm 40 and I look at this, I'm gonna be like, wow, that's crazy. I was actually doing that kind of stuff.
And I never, when I first started, it was solo, and then I had somebody on Facebook, hey man, would you be interested in having guests? I like your concept. Yeah, sure. And I loved it. It hooked me. I've been hooked since. And I'm meeting people like you that I've never, like, the chances of us meeting in real life are so slim, but it's cool to hear your stories,
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, like, I think it's important if I'm trying to be a content creator. Like, I tell people all the time, like, look, I always want people to move over to like other social medias, but they're not going to do that. Like, they're going to follow me on TikTok because that's for the apps, but like, you have to make them like you as a person. And I'm not going to follow somebody on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, unless I feel like I know that person. So it's like, you have to make people, you have to let people know who you are.
Yeah.
So I'd rather them know me. I'd rather be well known as who I am than my skits. I don't want it to be like, oh, that's that teacher guy. I mean, if that's the best I got, that's the best I got. But I'd want people to be like, you see Leigh's new video? Like, I just want it to be Leigh, like,
yeah,
so,
yeah, man.
That's it.
It's fantastic though, and I think for me, Instagram has been my best way of getting a hold of people.
Yeah.
And again, it's like you said, it's you want people to know you, and that's
Mhm.
my idea. I don't want to have people on to interview them for their content. I want to interview them to see who they are.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get another story out of the way. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Walking through the hallways at our middle school, I saw a new substitute teacher standing outside his classroom with his forehead against a locker. I heard him mutter, "How did you get yourself into this?" Knowing he was assigned to a difficult class, I tried to offer moral support. "Are you okay?" I asked. "Can I help?" He lifted his head and replied, "I'll be fine as soon as I get this kid out of his locker."
Okay. My big tail couldn't fit in no dang locker. I posted a video like a school shooter drill, and I was like, I'll just hide in the locker. And I really was trying to get myself in that locker. I was like, "There's no way. I couldn't do it." That's funny though.
Well, and in elementary school, you don't get lockers, right?
Yeah, no, we have lockers in our classroom.
Seriously?
Mm-hmm. Like how many people did you graduate with?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah.
1,200.
I graduated with 30. So I don't know how your elementary was. I had one teacher and that was it. We didn't rotate, but now the kids are rotating. So I guess that's the locker thing. But
you said you graduated with 30 kids?
Yeah, 30 people.
I feel like you could ride your bicycle around town within 10 minutes.
You can. So I would sometimes ride my bicycle to school.
Oh man.
No, you absolutely can. What was it? Oh, we were y'all school was like a 6A.
That's in Olathe, Kansas. Okay, so there's 5 high schools. My high school had 1,200 in the city. So you're talking about 5 high schools with that kind of class.
Oh God. We were there. The way it works is like there's C schools, that's the smallest, B, 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, 5A. We didn't have 6A or 7A like that. I don't even know if there is 7A. But we were a 1A, but we were actually a B. The only reason they claimed us to be 1A is because our school wanted to keep the football team, because if we were a B, we had to get rid of it. So,
oh man.
Yeah, we were tiny.
So as far as in 4th grade, do your students don't go to other like art or is that a different?
No, they do. It's a different teacher. That's in Richmond. They go at 9:40 every day. So they got art, PE, all the typical stuff.
So do you actually teach gym or no?
No, I just sneak in there.
I imagine your students come back and just tell you the most random things they did for gym too. So,
well, they'll see me coming up. I've only done it twice, and the only reason I did it is because I knew the PE teacher wasn't going to be in there, and the kids were going somewhere else. And I said, "I'm gonna just go in there." And after I make a video, I shoot basketball, so I'm all hot and sweaty. But the kids will see me coming out with I have a backpack that I have my tripod connected to, and they'll say, "You're in there vlogging, weren't you?" I said, "No, I'm not." I but I can't.
Did you expect yourself to start vlogging and doing what you did? Like, where did I am curious how it initially started. Like, what made you go, "I'm gonna do this"?
Do you mean like YouTube vlogs?
Just in general, like to start TikToks? Recording just clips in general. Like, what made you want to do that?
Numbers. I mean, that's it. I mean, like, I got on TikTok by accident. My friend, he posted a tweet saying, "Wow, my TikTok got 500,000 views. When are old men supposed to ask me for my underwear?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" So I got on the app. Never been on it before. I thought it was just dancing. Went to his profile and he was lying. He did not have a video. He must have been joking. And I just started looking around. I said, "This is kind of funny." So I made like 2 little dookie videos, like not good videos. And then I was hunting and I kept having a problem with the hogs coming to my feeder. And I was like, I have a pig costume. I was like, I'm just going to make me a funny video. I had an idea and I did it. And I woke up the next day and it was at 100,000 views. And I said, "What the heck?" I said, and I was like, "Am I famous now?" But after that, I was addicted to it. I said, "This is cool." Like, I feel like if I can actually get a video and it gets views and stuff, I'm gonna keep doing this. This is fun.
Yeah, I mean, even your Twitch, man. My 10-year-old loves Fortnite.
Really?
And he watches like when I told him about you come on my show, he was like ecstatic, man. And he's like, "Hey, can I come on?" I was like, "No, man, I'm doing my thing." But you can watch it.
Yeah. I'm not very good at Fortnite though.
Really?
I'm not good.
My 10-year-old can smoke me, man.
I think any 10-year-old could smoke me.
But you get a lot of views. I mean, people talking.
Yeah. If it wasn't for TikTok, I wouldn't have views. So it's kind of hard to start streaming when you don't have something to start from.
Yeah.
Because like I've got a friend from high school that was streaming for years, and he'll get like 3 viewers to 2 to 1, and I kind of felt bad because he was like telling me congratulations and stuff, because I feel like deep down in his heart he's probably hurting, because he's been at it for years, and I just kind of come up there and I'm like, well, I've already got a fan base. I don't like saying fan base.
It's yeah, people that like what you do, man.
Yeah, that's all. I'll just say people like my videos sometimes.
I saw a video the other day of you in a swimming pool and you were sunburnt to shit.
I know who. That is probably from my sister's account.
You were that's what happens to me though. I mean, I get fried.
Well, what's funny is like that was late summer. That was like almost before August, but I was actually really tan early summer because I was tanning. Like I said, I don't want to get burnt in the summer, and it didn't matter. I got burnt anyway. But I have no comment on that video.
I'm not asking for any. I just want to let you know I saw it.
Well, I'm gonna report that video now.
Oh, man, there you go. This is spam. It's not real.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I got another story for you. Ready?
Let's hear it.
My friend was a mall Santa, and one day he was sick, so he had me fill in. Honestly, there are a lot of kids asking for weird things, but this one kid looked at me in the eye and asked for a bushel of dead squirrels. He was probably 6 years old. Don't even know how he knew what the word bush was.
I feel about that one.
I imagine like the only thing I could think of that would make sense is maybe like a stew or a soup, like maybe that his family makes, but even that's kind of out there.
Yeah. It's a weird one.
One that I found really weird that you posted was the one where it was talking about their grandma who is dead.
I've got edgy humor, and that's about as edgy as I can get. I said I'm a teacher. I feel like I could justify that one and not get asked in trouble if there was a reason to be in trouble. But I said I could get weirder. I'm just not going to do it. I'm a teacher. I can't get too weird. I've gotten too weird before. But
are these all like related to questions that have actually been asked or told to you?
No. I wish it'd make me laugh more. But no, I'll hear people say, like, I'll sometimes see comments and I'm like, wow, that's hilarious. And sometimes I'll just sit there and think that's how my brain works. I think of weird things like that all the time. So I can, when people say, dang, dude, how long does it take you to make a video? I'm like 10 minutes.
Is that it?
Yeah, dude, it doesn't take that long. I mean, the only thing that takes long is like, I always have to wait on my custodian, not like in a bad way. He'll always like clean my room first, so I'll sit on my couch. But that gives me time to like think of videos. I have a couch in my classroom, so I'll sit there and start brainstorming. But I'll just sometimes think of random things. But I'm always thinking of anytime I have an idea. Like if I have an idea in the next 5 minutes, I'm not at school, so I'm not gonna go shoot it. I'll just put it in my notes on my phone. So anytime I think of something stupid to say, I'll put it in there. So sometimes I just have something to fire away.
Yeah. This is my buddy Kilo Center over here in the comments. He works with me. So
let me see. Okay.
Does it show?
Yeah, it was showing private chat for me, so I had to click over to comments.
I never realized that it showed the guest. That's kind of cool.
It's kind of neat.
So I've dude, I don't think I could go back to elementary school. The fact that you're a teacher doing it is I appreciate it because I couldn't do it.
Well, I mean, there's a part of me that might try to move to middle school or high school. Maybe not middle school. I hear a lot of bad things about that, but maybe it's just not true. I don't know. But because there's a part of me that elementary, there's a lot of babysitting. there's a lot of babysitting, and I don't mean that like in a rude way, but I mean you do have to like make sure that they're not running all here, like and all that. But and I still would like to be involved with sports. Like I played basketball, and there's a part of me that would like to get into coaching. So, because anytime I'm in a gym with basketball games going on, I get nostalgic. Like, man, I miss this feeling. So,
so you did high school, or did you do basketball back in school, like when you were in school?
Oh yeah, I played it in middle. I played it in elementary through my senior year.
Sweet, man. The only thing I did, I was the president of the chess club.
We didn't even have a chess club. We were tiny.
Man.
And I did a lot of. Did y'all have 4-H?
I there was a lot of it around us, but as major of a city that we were in, no. But the surrounding towns and the smaller cities did, yes.
And that makes sense because it's like an agriculture thing. So I'm like, no, normally those smaller cities, maybe not in your situation, are like those more ag-like towns. So, but that's mostly what I did. I did a lot of 4-H stuff.
The smallest town I went to, I remember my great grandma lived in Salina, Utah, and it was in the desert of Utah, but the mountains weren't far north, and they had these canals that ran through the streets in the town. I mean, super small town, but we would go to Dollar Tree and we'd get these like inflatable tubes and stuff, and we would ride them through the canals in the town. It was actually pretty cool.
That sounds fun. Yeah, that sounds cool.
As far as riding horses, never have. Never rode a horse.
We had a lot of backwoods to where we would ride four-wheelers on dirt roads and stuff in the middle of nowhere. That was the most small town thing we did.
I have taken like gators and thrown 30 like a kegger in the back, and like 5 or 6 people go into the woods in the night and just get drunk up.
It took me a while when you said gator. I was like, wait, they got alligators in Kansas? It's like, we got gators. I was like, I didn't think y'all had gators.
Do you know what I'm talking about though?
Yeah, like a kind of like a side-by-side thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And there was like these woods, and there was this random bench in the woods not too far outside of town. And we would ride a gator out there at like till 2 or 3 in the morning and just get trashed.
That's fun though. Like we would, when we were in high school, I didn't do the whole drinking thing. Like I didn't get to go to parties and stuff, and I'm thankful for that because it kept me out of trouble. I didn't want to be a teen dad. No offense, that's not a bad. I mean, things happen, but I mean, like I don't think that was meant for me. But like we did in the woods, there was like an abandoned car lot, and we would kind of trash it with like bats and stuff, just because it was just out in the middle of nowhere, abandoned, and there was like houses. And that's actually how I got started into making skits. Was like 10th grade. We would make little horror movies in these little abandoned houses and stuff, and it really poo-poo videos, but they were funny to us.
No, and that's the fun of it, man. And whenever I when we get done and I go back, what I do is I rewatch them. And it kind of helps me decide, okay, what can I do better for the next? What did I enjoy most about this? Yeah. But it's cool just to see me out there, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you rewatch the stuff that you post?
Sometimes I definitely rewatch them right after I post them, and I'll do chuckle. I know I said my humor's kind of different, but I will laugh. But after that, I've gotten to where I'm not saying I won't scroll around on the app. I've gotten to where I post and I just get off. Because like if I don't know, it's just different now. Like I just care about my videos. Like I don't really care about most people's on there. Like people ask me, who's your favorite creators? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really watch them. I like nobody on there really makes me laugh.
There is a guy that does restaurant stuff. I don't know. Have you heard of Drew Talbert?
I don't think so.
He's got a similar style, but as a waiter. Like in the restaurant, so he'll play all the characters in the restaurant. He'll be the waiter, he'll be the bartender, all the cooks, and he'll even be the customer sitting at the table.
You said his name was what? I'm gonna look him up real quick.
Drew Talbert.
I don't know if that name sounds familiar. Drew. All right, I'm gonna just look. I'm not gonna sit there on this thing. No, I feel like I've seen him before.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't want to compare you to, but it's similar, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think I didn't. When I do my videos, I don't like in my mind say I'm gonna do it just like this person. I mean, your comedy, your sense of humor comes from years of like other things that you liked. Like I might have watched videos years ago that I'm like, that kind of was funny to me, to where that's just my humor now. So it's just you kind of pick things up from past experiences.
And when I first started doing the show, I'd reach out for advice and stuff. But I think the best advice when doing podcasts or shows is do you, especially if you're going to be a podcaster, do you. If you start asking for advice and you start kind of adjusting, and then you're similar to other stuff. You
try to, but I mean, like, if I tried to be like somebody on the app, I might be able to, like, I think I'm creative. I might be able to do a similar skit and try to act like them, but it's not going to be as funny because that's their way of doing it. Like me trying to get, if there was somebody with like a high pitched voice, if I do it, my voice is probably not going to match his and be as funny. So it's like, I stopped doing that. Like I used to do that. I got stuck at like 1 million followers for a while. And I was like, oh dude, I gotta get somebody to help me up. And I just said, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just post what I want to post, what I think is funny. And if it blows up, it blows up like that. I'm going to just do what I want, because I mean, a lot of people in that app, I've fallen victim to it. When you're a creator, you're like, I need to do what they're doing. Like maybe I'll do that. I just got to where I was like, I just kind of accepted that I was stuck. So I said, I'm gonna just make what I think is funny. If it flops, it flops. Who cares? I'm just gonna. If I think it's funny, I'm doing it.
Did you mess around with like hashtags? Like, did you only go for like trending hashtags and stuff like that?
I messed around with everything. To be honest, in my experience, hashtags didn't make too much of a difference.
I think it depends on if people like it or not.
If it's like one of those really trending ones, then I think it can. But like, I used to make deer hunting videos and put like hashtag deer. Like, did those really affect? No, I don't think so. But like some of those, like on the For You page, you see like trending hash, like with like fire emojis. Like, yeah, I think those can, but not. I think it has to match. Like, if it says like trending Walmart hashtag, if you put like a dance video to that, I don't think so. Like I don't.
All right, you want to do that story?
Let's do another one.
Well, I got 2 left, so we're getting there.
Let's do it. I might be able to catch Spider-Man.
There you go, man. I sometimes let my first graders eat with me in the classroom for lunch club. One day I was sitting with a group of my 6-year-olds reading jokes off the milk cartons. We ran out of jokes, so the children started telling their own. One of my students says, "What did the fan say to the hairdryer? Why don't we blow each other?" I could barely breathe from laughing so hard, and none of my students understood why. They just thought it must have been a really great hairdryer joke.
Kids are monsters. They're monsters. They don't even try to be. And you can't get mad at them because it's innocent. But you just have to. Yeah, just like if I heard it, I'm going to give them that look of just, man. I wish I could tell you what you just meant, but I'm not going to do that. You're not of age, and that would be weird. So I'm not going to, I'll just leave you alone.
when we were when we were that age, and again, I know I'm a couple years older, but we didn't have all of the access to this. Like, my 4-year-old loves to watch Ryan, Ryan's World, and
I've heard of it.
Anyway, just kid stuff. Like, I never had a tablet when I was her age. I had a Nintendo when I was in like middle school.
Yeah. We had an old computer that we would use AOL on to play like RuneScape back in the day. I don't know if you know that game.
AOL dial-up.
Oh yeah, you'd hear it making that like that sound and like all that.
Most dial-up doesn't even exist. Like, you tell somebody that's younger than you, they probably have no idea what it is.
It's similar. Like, my dad was telling me how they had the ring phones where he spun it, and I'm like, that's ancient technology. But like when I tell kids that, they're gonna be like, "No, you did," and I'm like, "Yeah, we did." I've seen some things.
Just wait till a 4th grader asks you, how was the Great Depression?
I was gonna say it was depressing. It was super sad.
Yep. Is there anything that you've heard? I am, and if you can't say it, don't. But what's the most absurd thing you've heard a kid say? Like that just off the bat.
To be honest, there's been nothing right now that stood out like that yet, because I get that question a lot. And I'm like, I don't know. Nothing to where it stuck that hard, but I laughed one time and I couldn't stop laughing. There was a kid, and he'll mess with people a lot. And I heard him say something to like another kid. I heard one kid tell this kid that likes to mess with people, "You look like dog pee." And they were all tattling on him. And I said, "What'd you say?" He said, "You look like dog pee." I just kept lip kept quivering. I had to turn around. I stepped out in the hallway and I just started chuckling. I said, "That's the most random funny thing. It makes zero sense, but I was dying." Like I said, that's my kind of humor. It makes no sense.
Yes.
It's just, you look like dog pee. Okay.
That's
all right. Just the word combination to me is funny.
I remember there was one time, and this was an adult, and the story said something about someone trying to order something over the phone, and when they asked for the card number, they said, "Oh, I'm paying cash." Like, even as an adult, that's like, how in the hell can you process that you can order something online with cash?
I don't know. Don't make no sense. This world is strange.
It is, man. It's definitely gotten weird.
Oh yeah, I'm just sticking to myself. I don't claim this world anymore.
Nah, dude, you do you. It's working. It's working.
Thanks.
Have you ever used StreamYard before? By the way, what I'm using?
What
do you use to stream most of your stuff on?
Streamlabs OBS.
I've heard of it.
It's good. You should try it out. You can like do the whole I mean, like, you know how I have like the typical frames and all that.
Yes.
My cat, like, you can do it podcast style. I mean, I don't know about the whole guest thing. I'm sure you can, but I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, there's something called OBS for Microsoft, but it's not.
People
say I heard Streamlabs is easier, but
people say OBS is better. I don't. Streamlabs works for me, and it's easy.
Yeah, it's working. So, yeah, and and for podcasting, like I said, this is. I mean, it's free. You see that little duck up in the corner? Yeah, it's because it's free, man. If I wanted to pay a subscription, then they get rid of the duck one.
Those dang ducks, man.
You have a video being a duck.
Oh, dude, yeah. I've been everything in the book.
The huntings, you kind of stopped doing the other stuff. You strictly do the school stuff.
Yeah, it just works. It works better. And I hate it because I got some people that liked that. But I mean, I don't have to get in costumes anymore. So I would go out there in the summer sweating, and I was just, I don't know. I'm just kind of deer hunted out. I'm deer skidded out. I think I'm maybe in the future, if I have 10 million views, like I'm doing what's working right now, because if I start doing deer stuff, my views are going to start going down because people didn't follow me for that. So I've got a lot of my.
Isn't it crazy that that's how it works though? Like, it's only the stuff that they like. Like, I get it, I guess, but if they like you, then it wouldn't necessarily matter.
But I mean, they're fresh though. They're fresh. It's like, I started doing this Why Are You Up stuff in October. That's not a long time. I mean, it's 2 months. So I mean, like, a year goes by, they might not care. They're just like, dude, I love that guy. I don't care what he posts. But like, if I follow somebody 1 week and I see him start posting some things, and I'm like, I might unfollow. Like, I don't know him that well. I don't feel any connection. But if I do it for a long time, and I kind of build their trust that I make good videos, then it probably won't matter. So I'm trying to play it safe, because I've had people unfollow after doing different stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. All right, man, I got one more story.
All right, let's hear it.
Kid at the front of the line yells at his mom so everyone in the mall can hear. "Mom, can I ask Santa to use his special magic to get dad out of jail?" But when he gets up on my lap, all he asked for was a car. Okay. That's a little weird. Yeah, a little out there. Yeah, a little out. Strange. Well, the only reason I picked that one is like some of your videos, like when you play the kid, like they go from one thing to something completely opposite.
My dad, that'd be great too, but I saw this Hot Wheels car in the window right there.
Poor kid.
He probably deserved it. That's why he's in jail anyway.
Yeah,
Forget it.
exactly. If I was the Santa that hurt him, as soon as the kid sat on my lap, I'd be like, I can't help you with your dad, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I'd start being like, what did he do? Like, why is he there? I can't get him out of there. What the hell are you talking about? I'm supposed to give you toys, not freedom. Like,
so are you big on Christmas? Do you like Christmas quite a bit?
yeah, I like Christmas. I love Halloween. I love that fall, winter stuff. I love that Halloween to Christmas stuff. And then after that, I'm depressed until it comes back. No, I'm kidding.
It is my favorite. It's my favorite time of year too, though.
Yeah.
Like this, the fall, winter.
Mhm.
I don't mind the cold either, though. Does Louisiana get cold at all, or no?
It can, but it doesn't. If it's going to snow, it doesn't do that until like February.
Oh, seriously?
That's like our February is kind of like it seems to be like our coldest time, like early February.
And right now it's supposed to be really cold for us, and it's not. But
yeah, it's not that bad.
We get like random ice storms too, and like it comes through, and it's just layers of ice in the yard and everything, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, we don't get that.
No. All right, man. So I appreciate having you on.
Oh, absolutely. Not a problem.
And if you ever want to come on again, I'd love to have you on, do different topics.
Yeah.
But do you have anything to tell anybody like about your stuff, or no? Just keep watching.
Well, keep watching. If you haven't followed me, username is Leigh_Mcnasty on all platforms. So if you want to go check it out, that's where you check it out.
Sweet, man. I hope you can still go see Spider-Man, or is it?
I'm gonna go. It started at 10:40 and it's 11:15, but I know it normally takes like 10 to 15 minutes to get through all the stuff. I've already seen it, so I'm not gonna mind if I'm a little late. So
dude,
that's like a 3-hour movie.
That is awesome, though.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kilo.
Just, all right, man. Well,
also, your friend about the acting stuff, I'm definitely down if you wanted to shoot him a message.
No, hey, seriously, I'm gonna do that because
okay.
Most of the guests that I have on, I stay friends with. I stay in contact with them. So believe me, if you want some more exposure, you want to get on some more podcasts or anything, I mean, I know some people. So.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely down. If you throw my name in a pool, I like doing it. I think it's fun. So
sweet, man. All right, well, hey, go enjoy that movie.
All right, well, thank you. Y'all have a great rest of your night.
You too, man. I'll see you around.
All right, man.